Theophila, can you hear me? You're muted. Okay, I guess. Oh, okay. I think he has left the group. Christopher Marcos, you can unmute your mic and introduce yourself, just so that we can hear. Hello,
good morning, everybody.
Good morning. So nice to have you here.
Christopher Marcos. I'm a student of University of Jos 400 level.
Wow,
The current
Jos.
student, University of Jos chapter.
Wow, that's so nice.
Yes.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. So without further ado, I would like to officially welcome every single one of us to the webinar themed Navigating the NIQS Membership Routes from Student to Industry-Ready Quantity Surveyors. If you are excited, I would like you to show with your emojis. Please show with your emojis, your clapping emojis. Thank you so much, Theophilus. I want us to be active with our emojis, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We're so excited to have you on this webinar with us, and we are so excited to be bringing you this cake, this hot cake, fresh from the National Association of Quantity Surveying Students. Right, so and it promises to be an amazing time. So I'll be bringing on board for the opening prayer the PRO2 of this association, who happens to be Muhammad Nasiru, Comrade Muhammad Nasiru. You're welcome, sir. You can mute your mic and take us to the opening prayer. Thank you, sir. Please, let's give him a round of applause. Let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Good morning, Karim.
Sorry, we can't hear you. Could you increase your tone?
صلوا على النبي الكريم. اللهم صل على محمد كما صليت على ابراهيم وعلى ال ابراهيم المجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد امين على ابراهيم امين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. مالك يوم الدين. اياك نعبد واياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. Allah, we thank you for this opportunity for gathering us here. We thank you. Guide us on all our deliberations and grant us success in our plans. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Please let's give me a round of applause, please. With our emojis, let's give me a round of applause. Thank you very much, sir. Right into the next agenda, we'll be having the welcome address from our Vice President National Affairs, person of Comrade Favor. Please, Comrade Favor, if you're on the call, can you unmute your mic and speak? And others that their mic is unmuted, can you mute your mic? Yes, thank you very much. Thank you. So, Comrade Favor, you can mute your mic and give us the welcome address. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, ma'am.
I am Comrade Egogo Favor, Vice President National. Good day, distinguished speakers, respected guests, colleagues, and fellow quantity surveying students joining us from various institutions and locations. On behalf of the National Association of Quantity Surveying Students, NAQSS, it is my great pleasure to warmly welcome you to today's webinar titled Navigating the NIQS Membership Routes from Students to Industry-Ready Quantity Surveyors. This webinar was organized with a clear objective to provide students and young graduates with the guidance, clarity, and professional insights needed to successfully navigate their journey within the quantity surveying profession. In today's rapidly evolving construction industry, Academic qualifications alone are not longer sufficient. Early professional awareness, strategic career planning, and active engagement with professional bodies such as the Nigeria Institute of Quantity Surveyors (NIQS) are essential for building a sustainable and impactful career. We are particularly honored to have with us today distinguished professionals QS Ahmed Abubakar, Comrade Oluwatobi Unisa, and Comrade Sarah Benjamin, who have graciously accepted to share their experiences, insights, and practical knowledge with us. Their contribution will undoubtedly provide valuable perspective on how students can adequately prepare themselves for the opportunities and challenges within the profession. To all participants, I encourage you to make the most of this session, listen attentively, take notes, and actively participate during the interactive segment. Once again, on behalf of NAQSS National, I sincerely appreciate our speaker for their time and commitment to the development of future quantity surveyors. I also welcome all participants to what promises to be an enlightening and impactful session. Thank you, and I wish you all a productive and engaging webinar.
Hello? Hello?
No one is saying anything from the organizers.
It is like they are having a network downtime. Let's just stay calm for them.
It's like we're having a network issue. We can't hear anything from you.
Maybe it's from their end. I think we can hear ourselves, but none of the organizers is saying anything yet.
Just give them time. They're trying to set up, please. Thank you.
Okay, I think we've lost touch with the moderator, right? Is QS Oluwatosin Adebi active with us?
I think we lost the moderator has lost his our contacts.
Okay.
No, she's having a network issue, so just give her a little time.
Yes, please, can you hear me, please? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
yes, we
she's
can hear
fine.
Yes,
you.
thank you very much. I just realized that the president is currently trying to log in but has been unable to. Please, Joshua Eriolua, please can you stop sharing your screen? Thank you very much. Thank you. So yes, thank you very much, everyone. So we'll be moving on to reading the citation of our very first speaker. I hope we are excited. I believe that we are excited. I'd like to show our excitement. I'd like us to share our excitement with our emojis, please. Yes, thank you very much. So the person that will be doing us the honors to introduce our very first speaker to us is our Northeast coordinator in person of Comrade Abubakar. Yes, Comrade Abubakar, you can mute your mic.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Yes,
Am I
good
audible
morning.
enough?
Morning.
Yes, you are. We can hear
Okay.
you. You're
Morning. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. We are really glad to have you all here. Without further ado, I'll be introducing our first speaker for today, and I will now be reading his citation. Here is Abubakar Ahmed Megateri. He's a quantity surveyor passionate about youth participation in decision making. He organized the United Nations International Youth Day activities for Jigawa State Youth between 2020 and 2023, and is the founder of Jigawa Youth Cycle, a platform promoting youth-led initiatives supporting the Sustainable Development Goals. He holds a certification of capabilities in business analysis from Dubai and has attended professional trainings in Rwanda and Qatar, alongside completing the 35-hour project management professional training. QS Abubakar has significant experience in the real estate sector, having served as project site manager and deputy project lead on housing developments of over 150 residential units in Abuja. He is an active member of the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors and currently serves as deputy chairman capacity building of the Young Quantity Surveyors Forum. He is currently pursuing a master's degree in construction management at the Nigerian Defense Academy, Kaduna, and works as supervisor, commercial and costing at Stallion Property and Development Company Limited. We are honored to have him with us today, and we'd like to say thank you, sir, for sparing your time to be here with us. Thank you very much. Please, let's do well to welcome him with our emojis, please. You can do better, please. Let's use our emojis.
Yes, thank you very much, sir. Thank you. So we open the floor for our speakers, so you can come. You
Okay.
can begin your presentation.
Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. Hope my audio quality is very audible and you can see my screen.
Yes, your audio is very audible, sir, but we cannot see your screen yet.
Okay. Let me try and see if I can share again. How about now? Can you see my screen?
Yes. Yeah, it shows that you're. Yes, we can see your screen, sir. Yes, thank you very much.
Right?
Yes, sir, we can.
Okay, so let me try and see if I can navigate properly. What page am I showing right now?
The introduction page, sir.
Okay. How about this? How about now?
I can see. I believe somebody else is sharing their screen, so it has blocked your.
Okay, so I think that's
Theophilus.
that person should drop it so I can.
Yes, Theophilus, please can you stop sharing your screen? And host, please, can you remove admin rights from? Yes, sir, we can see your screen. You can move on, sir.
Okay. Sorry.
I think it's off again.
Okay. How about now?
We can see your screen, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much, Oluwatosin Adebi from the Great Ife. I appreciate you for having time to organize this very wonderful program, and I appreciate the leadership of NAQSS for also realizing that a degree in quantity surveying is not enough to build a successful career, but that you need some level of professional recognition. So it is indeed factual that every year students graduate with same certificates, but only who become recognized professionals. And the difference between those who become professionals and those who don't is not intelligence. The only difference is understanding the pathway and taking action early. So I think this is why we are here today, to show you what most people did to discover the pathway very early and became registered professionals. And I believe by the end of this program, you all will become industry-ready quantity surveyors even before graduation. So thank you very much for reading my citation. The VP National Affairs made a very resounding, welcoming address. The PRO gave us an opening prayer. Of course, who are we without seeking God's blessing in everything we do? So I will also appreciate my co-speakers, QS Oluwatobi Nusa and QS Sarah. I will proudly say that we all came through the NAQSS route. I was very surprised to notice an omission, which is from my end on my citation, that it wasn't mentioned I was an NAQSS president too during my own time at the Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University in Bauchi. I served NAQSS, and proudly today, I would become the first person to be the chairman of Young QS who will happen to emerge through the NAQSS route. So thank you very much. Let's quickly look at what we have in stock. Okay, yes, of course. Quantity surveying is a regulated profession in Nigeria, just like any other profession. The way the medical profession, the engineering profession, also the QS is a regulated profession. And the QS is regulated through laws that govern who can practice. So, and for you to practice, you must have undergone some thorough level of, assessments, which we are here today to show you how to do that. So, this very wonderful and lucrative profession of ours is backed by Quantity Surveyors Registration Board of Nigeria, the QSRBN Acts, Cap Q1 LFN 2004, and the key regulatory bodies are the QSRBN, which is established by law to register and license quantity surveyors. So this tells you that only registered persons can legally practice. So if you intend to practice without being legally registered, that means you are a quack, and then you cannot be paid, according to the scale of professional fees. And also the NIQS, which is Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors, is the professional body that trains, guides, and prepares members, and also supports your professional and development, and also puts you through the necessary ethics that you are supposed to have as a professional. So what the law requires for you to practice quantity surveying in Nigeria is that you must be registered to QSRBN to practice legally. You must meet approved academic and professional standards, and also you are expected to follow professional ethics and conduct that guides your practice as a QS. So let's quickly look at the NIQS membership categories. So like any other profession, the NIQS also has membership cadres. Okay, we are going to start from down to top, from bottom to top. So for people in your own class, in your own category, is the student membership. And the student membership is for individuals studying quantity surveying in approved institutions. Approved institutions means institutions that are accredited by the QSRBN to offer courses in quantity surveying. And what you need to become one is your SSCE, which of course is a prerequisite requirement for you to get entry into the university. So it is assumed that whoever is studying quantity surveying must have obtained the senior secondary school certificates examinations and have passed. And core subjects are English language, mathematics, and physics, and any other two relevant subjects, And then your letter of admission, you pick up a form from the website, apply, and then it costs just 3,000 naira to become a student member. And then we have also the technician. Okay, the technician member of the institute is someone who is a practitioner with technical roles in quantity surveying. He might be a builder, he might be a civil engineer. So the membership card available for him to register is a technician, of which he can later upgrade when we begin to look at the NIQS membership pathway, we can see how that can happen. And also, we have the probationer members. Of course, from being a student member, once you graduate, you are expected to upgrade yourself to become a probationer. So probationers are graduates who are undergoing training from professionals in the industry who are under their supervision, you know, and are undergoing training to become registered professionals. So once you become a QS graduate, a graduate QS, then you apply for the membership upgrade to become a probationer, and then you begin to undergo a thorough level of, you know, professional training that will see you through to become a member. And also members of the institute like me and others are fully qualified quantity surveyors with professional certification who are legally registered to practice quantity surveying in Nigeria. And then there's another cadre for senior professionals who have spent 10 years or more and have offered their selfless services to promote the image and have contributed significantly to the growth of the profession. So there's a level that you will attain within the membership cadre structure that would enable you to become a fellow. And we also have the honorary fellows. This is a distinguished award that is given to outstanding, you know, individuals who have contributed to the significant growth of our profession. So the honorary fellow can be a politician, it can be any other person, you know, who has, you know, offered, you know, his services to the growth of our profession. So let's quickly look at the NIQS membership pathway. So the NIQS membership pathway your journey starts as a student. Yes, of course, as a student, you register the student member. Once you graduate, you become a probational member. It's not automatic. You have to apply for membership upgrade. So there are a process and procedures that you have to do for you to become a probationer. You pick up a form, you get referees that will endorse your form, who must be financial up-to-date members of the institutes. And then before you know it, you become a probationer. So once you become a probationer, there's something we call the professional work experience, PWE. The PWE is a process that takes you 36 months. And 36 months, if you divide by 12 months that we have in each year calendar, it gives you 3 years. So you have to undergo the professional work experience for 3 years, which is your logbook and diaries assessment session. So you will pick up a logbook, which is virtual. You identify your mentor. This is why it's good for you to identify mentors very early. You pick up a mentor who must have, at the time of you picking him as a mentor, been a registered member of the institute for at least 5 years. So you identify a mentor, and then you start your stage 1. Your stage 1 is 1 year of, you know, professional work experience. So you fill your diary and logbook just the way you did when you were an undergraduate during your IT. So you are going to fill a logbook session throughout there from January to December. You know, your stage 1, your supervisor will assess you. And once you pass your stage 1, then you now start your stage 2. So the route is quite different for HND graduates and graduates with a bachelor's, you know, their BSc. So the difference is, you know, we have different curriculum. The HND and BSc, the curriculum differs a bit. So there are courses that it is believed you have not undertake when you are in your ND and when you are getting your higher national diploma. So you are expected to, after stage 1, take a graduate examination, which is the GDE. So the GDE courses are courses that happen to be courses of project management and information technology, the construction law, the project cost management and control, the construction technology, and measurement of construction works, both civil and heavy engineering. So after your logbook assessment stage 1, if you are a HND graduate, you are supposed to take a GDE exams before you proceed to stage 2. But if you are a degree holder, after your stage 1 and 2, that's after 2 years of your professional work experience, which happens to be your diary and logbook assessment session, then you take your test of professional competence. So before you take your test of professional competence exam, there is something we call the mandatory refresher course. So the mandatory refresher course is barely some 6 weeks of, grilling and drilling to make sure that you are ready to sit for the exams, because of course the professional exams is very tough. It's not like your undergraduate exams, so there are a lot of technical and real life experience and scenarios that you must profess yourself as a professional for you to be able to pass those examinations. So you take your MRC courses at your various chapters. I know the FCT chapter and a couple of other chapters nationwide usually used to organize the mandatory refresher course for candidates who are ready to sit for their test of professional competence examinations. So the courses that you have to undergo during your mandatory refresher course are the project management, the contract administration and practice, the professional practice and procedure, the construction technology and measurement of construction works, paper 1 and 2. The paper 1 is building works and services. The paper 2 is civil and heavy engineering works. So it is assumed that after you complete your stage 1 and 2, you will sit for test of professional competence. You apply and then you go for your mandatory refresher course. So your mandatory refresher course certificate for that training is prerequisite to you sitting for the examinations. So once you finish the training, then you can now sit for the exams. So there were difficulties. Candidates have been finding it difficult, to sit for the exams, even after undergoing the mandatory refresher course, because of course you need to see some sort of questions that have been asked in the past. So the institute put together in the last AGM happened to introduce the NIQS Professional Exam Pathfinder, which is a question and answer session that prepares you for the examinations. If you could recall, for those who have been very active with the institute activities, that we have a new curriculum for the exams from 2020 to date. So the institute have put together questions and answers for these examinations that were set from 2018 to 2023. So candidates who are ready to sit for these examinations can go to the institute, acquire the NIQS Professional Exams Pathfinder, look at the sample and tutorial questions, learn them, and then before you know it, you will pass your exam with flying colors, which I believe you all will when the time comes. So after your test of professional competence examinations, then your next stage is your logbook and assessment stage. Remember, we are still under the PWE, which is the professional work experience. So this tells you that for 3 years, for 3 good years, the institute is assessing your professional work experience. So anybody you see who happens to be a registered professional must have undergone through these processes. And that tells you that your profession is a very strict and regulated profession. The time it took you to become a registered professional is enough for someone to start a fresh degree and graduate. So for you to become a registered professional takes you nothing more than 8 to 7 years, or let me say 9 years. From being a student, you acquire your degree for roughly 5 years, you go for your NYSC, and then you add this 3.5 years. So it takes you nothing less than 8.5 years to become a professional. So it's a very long journey, and this is why it's good for you to start very early. Once you start early, before you know it, you catch up with time, and then you become a registered professional. So you do your logbook stage 3. After you have passed stage 1 and 2, don't forget that your stage 1 and 2 must be assessed by your supervisor, and then the institute must approve the assessment before you take your professional exam. So after taking your professional exams, it is assumed that the exams is not enough. Then you have to undergo another stage 3 of your logbook, which is another 1 year. So after you have successfully completed your professional work experience, which will take you 3 years, then you now prepare yourself to sit for professional competence interview. So this professional competence interview is for prospective candidates, who must have passed the written segments of the test of professional competence. So if you pass your test of professional competence, then you now become a prospective candidate to go for the professional competence interview. So the professional competence interview also have some certain of requirements, So these requirements are, you must have undergo continuous professional development. So what is this continuous professional development? Your continuous professional development are technical sessions and capacity development programs that the institute used to organize, either your states, chapters, or the NIQS, or even YQSF. So if you notice, you could see that each and every program have CPD units. So those CPD units, you must have acquired at least 60 before you will be able to go for the professional competence interview. And not just that, 20 of those CPD units, you must have obtained them within the last 5 years of before the interview. So that tells you that for you to go for the interview, you must be industrially updated. You must be updated with the industry trends. You must attend workshops, So the logbook session and the examinations is not adequate for you enough. You must attend training sessions that are being organized either by the QS Academy, which is there to train us to become more and more rigorous as professionals in the construction industry, or programs that have been organized by either YQSF or NIQS. So when you see programs, it's good for you to attend, not just for the knowledge, but because you also need the CPD units for you to be able to successfully pass your professional competence interview. And also, mind you, only 20 of your units must have been obtained within the last 5 years of your interview. So if you happen to start attending NIQS program very early, then that tells you that you can be able to get your CPD units, or even more than 60 when it's time for you to go for the interview. So after the interview, after you must have successfully passed all these stages, which is roughly 3.5 years. 3 years for your professional work experience, which is your logbook diary and your test of professional competence exam, and then you wait for 6 months, then you now undergo your PCI interview. Then after your PCI, then you now become ready for membership induction. So roughly you can see that it takes a very long time, and you have to start this very early, and you have to remain within the current industrial trends for you to be able to meet up. Okay, so if you pass through all this process successfully, which I believe you guys will, then you will become an inducted member. So becoming an inducted member is not enough, because remember I told you the NIQS is there to is a professional body that trains you and guides you and prepares members and support their professional development to become registered with QSRBN. So after going all these processes, you are still not a registered quantity surveyor after your induction. Then NIQS will now pass you to QSRBN. Then you will now prepare your reports. You will undergo another interview with the board. And then after a few months, the QSRBN will induct you. So you will have your seal, and then you become legally, to practice. You become a legally professional to practice. So after all this, then being a professional is not enough, right? Having the qualification, you must be able to profess. You must be able to sell yourself out. You must be able to acquire some skills. So let's look at some of these skills that you need to become industry ready. Okay, so your set of skills can be broken down into two. There are the technical skills and there are the soft skills. Okay, what is the technical skill? The technical skills are specialized knowledges, proficiencies and expertise, that is required for you to perform a specific task or use a particular tool or operate a program within a certain field, And those skills in quantity surveying are skills like the quantity takeoff and measurements, the preparation of the BOQ, the cost estimation and cost planning. As someone said, I should bring the screen closer. Sorry, I tried to do that, but unfortunately, the screen stopped sharing. So after this program, the slide will be made available for you. All right, so your cost estimation skills, your contract administration skills, your procurement and tendering skills, your knowledge of valuation works, both interim and final accounts, your understanding of drawings, both architectural and structural, you know, are what you need as technical skills to be able to get a job. So your technical skills can get you a job, of course, yes, but okay, somebody said I should zoom in. Is it okay? Can you guys see now? Okay, so your technical skills can get you the job, but you must have soft skills for you to be able to keep the job and maintain the job. So your technical skills are not adequate for you. Of recently, we've been putting our efforts towards making sure that our members acquire these technical skills. But a lot of people get these technical skills, but at the end of the day, they end up losing their jobs because they lack soft skills. So what are soft skills? Okay, soft skills are communication skills, both reading and verbal. There's a way you communicate to your boss, and the next morning you pick your rejection letter or your termination letter. Because, okay, you have the technical skills to do the job, but you lack the proper communication skills to be able to talk to your superiors at work. And also your negotiation skills too is part of the soft skills that you must acquire. Okay, what are negotiation skills? See, your negotiation skills most of the times is what will even get you your remuneration, your salary, because most employers these days, what they do is they ask you your salary expectation. And most employers are looking for the cheap labor to employ. And that cheap labor should be able to give them the required and adequate technical skills. So you must be able to learn some set of negotiation skills and also teamwork and collaboration. You cannot practice alone. Of course, you can have a job in Kano when you are in Anambra, and you need someone from Kano to be able to support you with cost data bank to be able to execute that project. So this is why when we bring you guys together during any of our programs, the essence of it is for you guys to collaborate. And before you know it, when you begin to practice, you will not practice alone. You need your colleagues to be able to support you in one or two places. And also collaboration. The aspect of collaboration extends beyond the quantity surveying practice. Of course, remember when I was talking about technical skills, I talk about understanding drawings, both architectural and structural. So you need to collaborate with your architects and your structural engineers. If not, you won't be able to interpret drawings properly. So once there's this spirit of teamwork and collaboration, you will see that added to your technical skills, you will be able to keep your job, progress, and have a successful and wonderful career. And also time management too. You know, so all these soft skills and technical skills, as time goes on, we will begin to pick in topics from relevant, you know, soft and technical skills to be able to drill you in that, to make sure that we really make you become that industry-ready professionals. So after getting your skills, after becoming a professional, and then after getting your skills, which is the technical and soft skill, it is still not enough. Yes, of course, then you need to brand yourself. You need to expose yourself. So you need to build your personal brand. What does it mean to build your personal brand? Of course, we are in the age of social media. We are in the digital era. You need to open a LinkedIn account. Most of the jobs that you guys will happen to get is not even jobs that you see on newspapers or on your WhatsApp status. It's on LinkedIn. You can get international jobs. You can work from home. You can work virtually. You can get jobs through LinkedIn. So you need to go on LinkedIn and show your expertise. You need to expose yourself. You need to build your brand. People need to know you for something. You know, the profession is very wide. So you need to go in there and sell yourself. And also, you must be able to build network with industry mentors and alumni. Industry mentors, network with us. When you come to professional programs that we organize, or we happen to attend all together, being organized by the Institute, try and network, exchange contacts. When you see mentors, identify them early, walk up to them, exchange contacts. Not just exchanging contact to begin their status, but always come to them for, you know, for advice and mentoring sessions. And then before you know it, one of your mentors can offer you a life-changing opportunity. And also, you need to share your works on social media, of course. You need to share your works, your course models, your insights. You You know, what you have, share it, show people, let people see that there's something in you. I have to appreciate a very young man who happened to come up with an innovation, the use of AI for takeoff. Anthony Noafo, that is a very, very wonderful innovation. And I believe you, me, the Institute too is willing to adapt that. And this is his works he has shared with us. And everybody now wants to apply AI in doing his takeoff because it saves us a lot of time. So you need to share your works and then also develop a professional identity very early. People should know you for something. Of course, there are senior professional colleagues who can know of the NIQS and others. They have already created their professional identity. So once you mention that identity, you will see that, okay, they are referring to so a kind of a person. Okay, so let's see what the future of QS will look like. Okay, so the future of this profession is AI is human and machine. So apart from being human, with your technical skills, you must be able to learn some sort of digital skills. So whether you like it or not, you must become a digital. Will replace those who don't. So combine digital skills with ethics, communication, and leadership. Before you know it, you will become that industry-ready professional. So your network and digital skills is there to shape your future. So network properly with industry mentors and senior professional colleagues, and then also acquire all necessary digital skills. So a little call for action. The journey from student to professional QS doesn't happen automatically. It doesn't happen automatically. It starts today. So you become a registered student member. It means your journey has started since as a student. Then you join professional communities like NIQS YQSF Forum, like programs like this. You begin to key in to learn, to meet mentors, and also before you know it, you will become that generation that redefines QS practice in Africa and beyond. So start preparing today, not after graduation. As you are in here now, if you are not a registered student, try and register, and then before you know it, your journey has started. So as NIQS YQSF, I happen being someone who will, by the special God of grace of God, I will be the next chairman of YQS. So I happen to come up with a program. I'm going to introduce a program for students. We are going to call it the YQS Ambassadors Network. It's going to be a mentoring session that will connect future quantity surveyors. So the YQS Ambassadors Network will serve as a bridge between Young Quantity Surveyors Forum and QS students in tertiary institutions across Nigeria. So this wonderful initiative will identify passionate students, leaders who will represent YQSF at their campuses. You will help to promote the profession, organize mentorship sessions, which we are able to facilitate, and then also coordinate student engagement activities. Of course, I have to appreciate the leadership of NAQSS. Of recently, I received a letter from them that they want the institute to start securing IT placement for students because students are finding it difficult to secure their IT placements, and we are working on it. In the next 2 weeks, once I become the chairman, I think we can start giving you guys posting to various films. I believe the link is there. It is ongoing. You guys are still applying. It is an initiative of NAQSS. I must commend them for that. And the institute have taken it very seriously. I was copied as the incoming chairman. And I can promise you that with me as chairman, someone who happened to come through the NAQSS route to become the chairman, we will give a lot of our energy to the network of, quantity surveillance students in higher institutions. So this ambassadorship network will nurture the next generation of quantity surveyors, and we are going to ensure early exposure to professional standards, ethics, and opportunities within the professions. So we will build leaders early and connect them with, professional opportunities. So I intend to make the program, to be more interactive and to last beyond 40 minutes. but I was given just for 40 minutes to be able to put in this little piece of a session. So thank you for listening. I come to the end of my presentation. So
Wow, thank you
let's see what
very much, sir.
the next presenters have. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So please let's give our first speaker a round of applause, please. Wow, that was very rich. Thank you very much, sir. It was very, very rich. And we are really looking forward to the initiative that you're looking to produce for upcoming quantity surveying students to enter seamlessly into the professional body. Thank you very much, sir. So I could see in the chat box, right? And please, can you mute your mic? If your mic is on, please can you mute it? Yes, I could see in the chat box that a lot of people were like, I would need a mentor and all of that. Like they were really, really showing this enthusiasm to having a mentor. Right. While we're going to be going into the question and answer very, very soon. Right. We are really looking forward to having you address that. I believe you addressed it during your during the presentation, but maybe like more of a dive into it. But thank you very much once again, sir. We're so grateful for the time that you gave to us to really pour into us. We're very grateful. So without further ado, please, I would like us to note down our questions, right? I'd like us to note down our questions because I could see a number of questions in the chat box. And once it's time for the question and answer session, we'll be taking your question and sending it to the respective speaker. Great. So it is my great honor, right? It's such a great privilege for me to be the one that would be introducing us to our very next speaker in person of Comrade Oluwatobi Yunusa. So please, I'd like us to with our clapping emoji as I read this citation. Let this speaker know that we are welcoming him on stage, right? And we're excited to have him as I read the citation. Thank you very much. So Comrade Oluwatobi is a young and dynamic quantity surveyor with strong interest in building information modeling, sustainability, and project management. He is passionate about mentoring young professionals and contributing to the development of the quantity surveying profession. He played a key role in the establishment of the NIQS membership drive WhatsApp platform, through which over 350 individuals were successfully guided to register, with about 25 later inducted as corporate members of the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors. Comrade Oluwatobi rose through the leadership ranks during his time at Oduduwa University, Ikpetumodu, where he served as the NAQSS chapter president. He later became the NAQSS Southwest coordinator and also served as the perennial chairman of the first NAQSS National Convention held in Abuja in 2021. Professionally, he works with UCALUX, Construction Management, and Contracting Limited as a quantity surveyor. He currently serves as the Director of Finance and Sponsorship, Young Quantity Surveyors Forum, FCT chapter, after completing his tenure as the PR/Communication Secretary 2023 to 2025. I would like us, with a resounding applause, welcome our second speaker for today in person of Comrade Oluwatobi Yunusa. Sir, you are welcome. You can have the floor, sir.
Everywhere, here no dey fall. You know how many times our fault, we just come down and go. Wait, someone for you back. You hear me?
Yes, Alade Davis, can you mute your mic?
Thank you, Comrade Oluwatobi. I hope I'm audible enough. Please, am I audible enough?
Very audible, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank
sir,
you, Comrade Oluwatobi.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much. First of all, I want to recognize and I want to appreciate our first speaker in person of QS Abubakar Megatari Ahmed. As you all know, he is our incoming YKSF chairman, God's willing, later this month, I believe, and he will be inaugurated officially. So, sir, we want to appreciate you for what the knowledge you have shared with us this morning. I learned some things, and I want to tell you that I believe in what you are coming on board to do for YQSF, and we hope that your tenure will be one that is filled with impact, and NAQSS can also benefit, just like our pioneers leaders have done in the forum. So our first speaker has said a lot. He has talked about the membership route, the process, and all of that. But I'm just going to say a few things so that to buttress what he has said. Now, unfortunately, I prepared a slide, yes, but unfortunately, I won't be sending that out due to some the NIQS membership committee had to reach out to me, so I won't be sharing that out for personal reasons and all of that. But I think all what I need to say, it's in my head, and I'll just proceed with that. Yeah, first things first. First, we need to ask ourselves as students that found ourselves in quantity surveying. What do we understand by membership, NIQS membership? Me, I don't know if anybody can quickly tell us what he or she understands by the word membership. Just quickly, I want this to be interactive. Anybody? Okay, nobody can tell us what he or she understands by membership. Okay, so
let me try. Let me try.
All right, please. Okay, please proceed.
Membership means being able to become a professional QS, licensed QS, to join the professional body, entire body, to allow you to practice your professional.
Can I say something?
Hello.
Okay, any other person?
Yes.
Thank you so much, sir. But I want something much more robust so that we can so an understanding of why we are here.
Hello? My hand is up. My hand is up.
Yeah, please.
Okay, yes, I can hear you. Similar to the media, please.
Good morning.
You can speak, ma.
Yes, hello everyone. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Sorry I joined a bit late. You have so just put membership is all about joining a group of people with like minds and seeing similar goals. And sometimes it can be an main purpose of the group is that they have a set goal and objective, and they're working towards it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so it could be for different things. It could be for academic purpose. It could be for social events. It could be for personal development. So many reasons. It depends on what the membership is all about or what the institutional strives to attain. And I also just wanted to add that, first of all, this is a fantastic initiative, which I really applaud NAQSS and YQSF for doing, because it's important to have the basics of understanding on why membership is important in the first place. When you have the basics of understanding, then you can pursue it. It's not just all about saying, oh, you should belong to this, and then everybody should start joining. But if you understand and why you're joining a certain group, then it gives you a better understanding and it allows you to make easy decisions, and also it makes you go the extra mile to complete the membership and do so kudos to Nigeria for putting this together.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Jamila David. For those that don't know her, she is currently the AAQS. She's currently the AAQS chairperson for YQS in Africa. So when we are talking about the #1 YQS chairperson in Africa, you just heard her voice now. She just finished speaking. Okay, so she was able to tell us what membership is. Yeah. So now, please can we mute ourselves?
Exactly. Please, everyone should mute his mic, please.
Please kindly mute your mic.
Yes, Marshall Ayuba, please can you mute your mic?
Okay, sorry.
Yes, thank you very much. You can proceed, sir.
Okay, so membership is just like you have heard they say, is like a formal recognition of an individual as part of a group or organization. And when you have such recognition within them, you have, as a member, a rights and privileges that is being attributed to you. When we say you have rights, it doesn't mean that you go to them and say, I paid my dues, why am I not doing this? But it shows that you have a kind of commitment with your professional body. Now, let's link the word NIQS membership or NIQS student membership. As you all know, as student members, it is expected of you or of us, right, while we are in university or while we have gotten our admission, first thing first, don't, most of us I've heard to hear so many people say, I got to this department by mistake. What I ordered by was what I got. You have to accept the reality. You are already in the department. What is the next step? You need to look at how you can scale through that project. I have heard the immediate past and deputy vice chancellor of OAU, QS Professor Olubola Babalola. I mean, I haven't heard from her and seen her recently. I got to even converse with her during the waxing chairperson investigation. Mommy never even chose quantity surveying as profession. But today, I'm sure she has made a mark in the profession. Imagine somebody having to be a QS. You became the first professor of quantity surveying in Africa, having had to even grow through the ranks. She was even the best biology student in her class as a female. You know, she went extra mile to break all odds regarding not even minding the fact that she never chose QS. So I want to plead with us that we should erase that mindset of I didn't choose QS. You are already in that department. So what do you need to do? Number one thing, just like the first speaker said, try to include the part of your professional body. These are professional body that helps you get mentors, helps you grow professionally. Like, you know, you cannot rely on everything that is being taught in your school or in your classroom. You still need industry-based experience to be able to balance those two or marry those two together and scale in the profession. Now, the form is on NIQS portal. Go to niqs.org.ng. Go to the student membership cadre icon. You are going to see the process there. What you need is your admission letter from your university. Once you get your admission letter from your university, you then would be attaching your O-level results. You pay 3,000 naira to NIQS account number. I think they have the GT Bank and the First Bank that accommodates such payments. Please don't pay to anybody. You are paying to the institute account directly. You attach those documents. When you attach those documents, your HOD in your school will sign that form. There's a portion for your HOD to sign and show that, okay, truly the department recognizes you, or there is somebody that knows that truly you belong to a department or a school that offer quantity surveying. That is the reason why you are being asked to give your HOD that document to attest. That signature means that he or she is attesting to the fact that they know you in the department and that they can vouch that yes, truly you are part of that department, and you can then proceed to register as a student member with NIQS. Now, this process, this membership process of NIQS is being done in batches, or let me say it's being done quarterly. We have the, when I say quarterly, it's being done every 3 months, right? So you don't expect, some people will apply and say, just Toby, or they'll reach out to some of our colleagues and say, I registered yesterday, I've not gotten my membership number in the following weeks. Hello, it doesn't work that way, right? It just does not work that way. NIQS membership committee is a committee under the NIQS that sits over all these forms that students, professionals, and even other technicians are trying to apply to get one thing or the other with the institute. So when we are submitting these forms, it is not something you are purchasing in the market and getting something in return immediately. No, it requires process. Imagine if you even get your membership number like the next day that you apply. Won't you think that this profession is too cheap? I mean, to be honest, because I see no reason why we should be in the haste and say I applied last week, then today or next tomorrow I should be getting my membership number. No, it doesn't work that way. So you need to know the timing that you are applying as a student to get your membership number. As we all know, NIQS calendar ends every November. Every November, whatever you have submitted to NIQS in the month of November may not likely be attended until the following year. Now, there are two types of years that we have in NIQS. We have the AGM year and the BGM year. But every BGM year, we also still have what they call AGM. So it is the annual general meeting that is being done every year. So once NIQS have those events in the month of November, they don't really have those committees to come and attend to all those issues because they are busy sorting some other events that they have in their roadmap or that they have already mapped out to execute. So those are the things why sometimes maybe you will submit your form in November or December. You will be asking questions and say, I submitted my form since last year. Why am I not getting updates? Those are the issues that you need to look at. The timing. When did you apply and when are you thinking of getting response? Like I said, a list was sent out recently in the month of February for those that are applied since last year, and we are still expecting more forms to come out as the membership committee will still decide on these forms. Now, you are registered as a student member.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we are following.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you,
We can
sir.
hear you.
Go on, go on, go on.
No, we have a bit in the network.
Aisha. Hello.
We can hear you.
Yes, you can go on, sir. We can hear you, sir.
We can't hear you any longer.
So maybe I think a network issue.
Yes, curious to be. We can't hear you anymore, sir.
Wait for him at least 2 to 3 minutes. Maybe a network issue.
Yes, please can we mute our mic? Mubarak, Olamide, Muhammad, Lawal, Aliu, please can we mute our mic as we wait for Curious to be. Thank you.
In the meantime, you can do something like network in the group, introduce yourself, and which school you're coming from, so that people can know themselves. And who knows, take up the advantage and build a relationship from there.
Yes, thank you very much, Ma. Okay, so we can see from the chat box that we have a lot of people from all over Nigeria, especially the north, and we've been having exchange of introductions, right, in the comment section. So I'd just like to ask, right, is there anyone who would like to share what they've learned so far, right, while others continue the introduction? If you are new here, you can just drop your name, the school that you attend, and of course your level in school and what you've learned so far from this webinar. So I can see if I'd like you to raise up your hand if
Hello.
Okay, yes, sir, we can hear you now. We can hear you. You're back, sir. Yes, sir, you can go on, sir. Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Okay, so we need to understand that all these things takes time, and we should not be too much in a hurry. Now, when we get our membership number, what is expected of us as students? When NIQS or YQS have events or webinars or conferences, it is expected that as students, even if you cannot physically attend, you can pay for this event and attend virtually. We understand that students have so many engagements going on in their school, and sometimes distance can be a barrier to some of these issues that that may affect your to you attending physically. But you are not being you are still privileged to attend virtually to some of these events, and you are going to be gaining some of insightful also. The advantage that you have over others is that the step you are taking is already one step or two steps ahead of your fellow colleagues that are not yet registered. And I want to speak, I want to beg the NIQS incoming chairman, Chris Megatari. I hope you are still on the call, sir. Please, during your tenure, sir, as leader, I expect that this current administration that is coming on board. Yes, sir. Please, this current incoming executive of YQSF, I'm looking at a way or a time that in all
Sorry, we can't hear you anymore, sir.
Virtual at 100 level or OND level or entry level into the department. Please let us have.
Okay,
I can hear you now.
Clear now. We can hear you.
Please, can you?
Yeah, what I'm saying is that
Please, can you come
this
again? Can you come again,
is coming on board. Let us look at a way that we can synergize with NAQSS, because NAQSS is like the association that helps YQSF to get to that potential that they want to achieve. I don't believe NAQSS will really exist without I don't believe that YQSF will really exist without the involvement of NAQSS. So the two arms of the profession needs each other to synergize. I'm looking for a time whereby YQSF we collaborate with NAQSS at entry level. Every student that is coming into that department ensures that they have registered or they're registered through the NIQS membership, student membership cadre, and this is going to help to prepare our members early about the professional journey. Imagine you have started your career early to be a student member of the institute. You are already prepared that okay, while we are graduating, there is another route to upgrade into the profession, and I'm going to quickly speak on that. While we have now graduated, so many people I mean, when I was still a student of, when I was still an undergraduate, I recall that I once served as Southwest coordinator, and I happened to visit so many schools at the point in time.
I didn't do it alone. We were like a team. And when I went to some schools, sincerely speaking, we discovered that at 400 level or at HND1 or HND2 level, most of them do not even know what NIQS or QSRPN is. I'm very serious. Most of them do not even have that information. And I look at myself, so what happened? What are the lecturers actually doing? Are they not also inspiring these members or this product that they are grooming all these years to help them transition into the journey that they have been preparing them in over 3 to 4 years time? So those are the things that we need to really tackle. Grassroots engagement is what YKSF needs to advocate at this point in time, and also NAQSS should be prepared for that journey. Now, professional membership journey. Once you have graduated from school, please and please, you do not necessarily need to get your NYSC call-up letter before you apply. I repeat, once you have graduated from school, you don't necessarily need to get your NYSC certificate before you apply. No, why you have graduated, provided you have gotten your school result or your statement of result, as the case may be, please, you can proceed to apply for the upgrade of professional membership. Now, imagine you apply while you are waiting to go for your NYSC as a student, as a professional member. By the time you are finishing your NYSC, brothers and professional colleagues, you are already thinking of being in your year 2 of your professional work experience. That is PWE. Now, all those processes involving being a professional member, you are going to be filling your logbook, just like yes, my Gatari have said. You are going to fill all what you are learning, or what you are being done, what you are doing during your NYSC, or provided you are already working in a firm. Because some of us, we have those opportunities to that we have already made down, probably when we did internship, and they have promised you to come back after you graduate. So all these things are information that we need to harness, not necessarily waiting that until we finish NYSC before we can apply for professional journey. No, it's just to me a waste of time. Now, why you are a professional member? You've probably heard some people talking about GDE exam and TPC exam. Now, these are exams that is being organized by the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors, NIQS. These 2 various exams, or 3 various exams, as the case may be, we still have another one called technician exam, right? Now, there are 3 types of exams: the technician's exam, the GDE, the TPC. Now, I'm going to explain the technicians now. Now, the technician's exam is the exam organized for people that ordinarily did not probably study QS in their institution when they applied for the membership of NIQS, but they are within the built environment. Say, for instance, an architect is looking for opportunity route in quantity surveying, an engineer, a surveyor, a builder, and all of those things. So NIQS have a platform for those people. Those people are called the technicians, technical members. Now we have GDE. GDE are polytechnic graduates or university graduates. Before now, it used to be an exam only for polytechnic graduates, but NIQS have made it easy, or rather QSRBN have made it easy for NIQS members and say, okay, let's stop this dichotomy between the university students and university graduates and the polytechnic graduates. Let us look for another way to assess or hold them. They now look for a means that say, okay, if your university accreditation or your polytechnic accreditation has expires, I think the accreditation used to be 5 years interval. So if your accreditation has expired, you are going to be subjected to writing 2 exams. You are going to Mr. Musa, kindly mute yourself, please. You are going to be subjected to writing 2 exams if your university or your polytechnic is being their accreditation has expired. So NIQS will say, no, you cannot just proceed to write the exam. You are going to write an exam called GDE first. That is graduate exam. Once you write that exam, then in the following diet, you can now still push for TPC, provided that you have passed all what is expected of you in that exam. And how many exams are you going to be writing? There are six courses, 2 each day, and for a minimum of 3 days. So the exam is not taking a whole lot of your time. It's just six papers or courses that you are going to be writing, and 3 each day. So you can also choose the location of your choice that you feel you is closer to you that you want to write. I understand that they have centers in Lagos, Ondo State, Kaduna, Port Harcourt, and Enugu State, and all of that. So all these things are what is expected of us to actually have in mind while we are still in school. And often all of these conferences that we have talked about, before you finally get into the position of saying you want to become inducted by NIQS, you must have passed your stage 1 logbook, stage 2 logbook, and stage 3 logbook. When you pass your stage 3 logbook, the final stage, then you will be subjected to go for an interview called PCI, Professional Competence Interview. Now, professional competence interview is so to say an exam or a test, rather, or professional competence interview is like a test that NIQS will now ask you as a person. They have the test done in batches. You know, they will probably batch everybody and say you batch 1 or batch A, batch B, batch C, and all of that. So it depends on the batch that you fall. They may decide to ask you, okay, you say you belong to Lagos State chapter. Who is your deputy vice chairman? Who is the secretary of finance? Who is the SPDE for your chapter? You know, those are technical questions that NIQS may probably be asking you, and they expect that you, as somebody that is a professional or is planning to be a professional in their own through their own platform, it is expected that you also participate in current program that they organize. It's not just you saying you are a member of NIQS, I do not contribute to the affairs of the institute. No, we don't want that. NIQS doesn't want that, and they also found out that. Now, once you have passed this PCI, that is Professional Competence Interview, NIQS will now send you a mail and congratulate you that you have passed this stage. Now proceed to make payment for your, or prepare for your induction ceremony, and you attach some necessary document that is expected of you and all of that. Now, before you become, before they finally give you that certificate or you get inducted, NIQS expect that you must have accumulated minimum of 60 CPD points. Minimum of 60 CPD points. What does this mean? It means that all these conferences that some of us attended in Abuja last year, the ones that they are doing at webinars, the ones that Waxing organized, the ones that you are seeing around and saying, let me quickly register, or the one that you paid for, they all have an accrued point that they attach or they are attached to. So you must check if it's been accredited or attributed to this webinar or conference or event that they are organizing. Recently, you know that the president organized a town hall meeting with members of the institute, the students, professionals, and all of that. So those are the things that and enlighten us as members and stay abreast of current happenings and what they themselves, that is the NEC members, have for you and I as their members. You know, it is impossible for NIQS to thrive without you, their members, paying your dues, without you attending their event, without you contributing in one way or the other to their success. So it's not just you trying to get their membership from them. What are you as a person or an individual contributing in your own little way to the institute? Sometimes it is not by the money you pay, it is by the volunteering efforts you offer yourself or subject yourself to. It is by the the maybe when you attend conference, you decide to subject yourself to ushering. I'm not saying you should go there as ushers or anything. You must have a role to play. Some of us, we have paid our dues. That's why you are still hearing some of us today and are still staying, being relevant in this industry. Like you have heard QS Megatari said, he's probably the first person that will become the YQSF chairman, growing through organically in the NAQSS route. We've not had it before that a YQSF chairman has grown through the rank of NAQSS and is coming to become the YQSF chairman. We must give this man a round of applause, and he deserves it. And I'm actually looking forward to also work with him and their team. Now, I failed to mention one part. There is an exam, there is a tutorial organized to exam. It is called the mandatory refreshers course. Every state chapter have these tutorials being organized. It depends on how your state chapter has modified the tutorial for you as their members. I mean local members now, local chapter members. For instance, in FCT chapter, the tutorial is being done on a weekly basis, except Sundays. That is Monday to Saturday, 4 to 6 p.m. I think. In Lagos State chapter, the scenario is different. You know the dynamics of Lagos. They have the mainland and the island, and also traffic can be a very serious menace and affecting members. So Lagos chapter looked at their own way of organizing the tutorial and say, okay, we can only do weekend because traffic alone is a serious thing in Lagos. So we cannot be saying our members be coming Monday to Saturday to come and do their tutorials. No. So Lagos said from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday, they have these courses together and train their members, preparing for the exam. Then on Sunday, the same thing from 12 noon to I think 6 p.m. And some classes that have been done physically and virtually. So it all depends on the way that your local chapter has prepared or organized these routes and these tutorials for you. Then also during your inductions or during all these stages that we have talked about that we are preparing life after school, it is expected that we conduct ourselves in a professional manner. You don't go insulting your fellow colleagues or your senior colleagues in event. Probably some of them they've told you to kindly assist me with something, then you ease and say, why will you be sending me? No, you should not conduct yourself in such manner. As a professional member of NIQS, you are expected to conduct yourself in the highest professional manner that you may not want to violate their professional conduct or ethics. You do not expect that you take bribes in your organization. We are not expecting you to compromise your professional duties as students. We call ourselves QS. I hope you know that it is against the ethics of the QSRBN that you as a student or you as a graduate member of a graduate or a graduate student, a graduate of quantity surveying, you will now be calling yourself QS. I understand that we want to market our profession, but within the space of QS community, we are not expected, including I myself, I'm not expected to call myself QS. You understand? Yesterday, I got sanctioned by that, and those are one of the reasons I'm not sharing my slide and all of those things. But I want us to know that for us to earn that prefix using QS, it is expected that we must have, it is not just by your MNIQS alone. You getting your MNIQS does not even still give you the right to call yourself QS, right? I'm sure some of us are laughing right now or surprised by that. Provided you have been inducted as a corporate member of NIQS does not, I emphasize on the word, does not guarantee you to call yourself QS because you have not yet done your QSRBN interview. Even when you have or you are taking that oath of allegiance to the conduct of the Quantity Surveyor Registration Board in Nigeria, you do not have the right to call yourself QS. And I want to end on this note by saying that your degree is not enough to make you become a QS. Becoming an industry-ready quantity surveyor is not by chance. It is by the preparation, the consistency, and the strategic engagement with our professional body. So please, let us endeavor to also encourage some of our colleagues. You are a student member of NIQS today. Have you also spread the gospel to those that have not yet registered in your class? Have you also spread the gospel to those in your lower class that have not yet registered? So it's not just about you as a person that have registered. How many people or persons have you mentored? Those are the things that helps the profession to grow in strength, in numbers, and in capacity. When we check the statistic of registered QS in Nigeria, it is not compared to the engineers, architects, and other professional bodies. So we still need these numbers to increase in ourselves. We still need some of you to do the work. Some of us have done the work to advocate on some of these things. And also, let us not forget the importance of mentorship. You can get mentors through the platform. While you are in school, if you have anything that you have done or learned, please post them on LinkedIn. You will be amazed by how even international students in other countries studying QS will like your post and even reach out to you and want to connect with you. So you should not be limited by what you are doing in your school. I remember when I was in OUI, I was getting materials from FUTA students, from OAU. Even at a point, people thought probably I finished from OAU or I was an OAU student. It was that intense because I was not satisfied with just materials I was getting in my school. Not because they were not doing their own best, but because I felt that I need to challenge myself or push myself forward. So these are things that we students must be intentional about doing. Remember, the labor market does not want to know whether you finish from OAU or OUI. It is about the competency that you have that you can carry in the discharge of your duty. I want to thank you everyone for listening, and this is my end of my own session. Thank you very much, and I look forward to your questions.
Wow, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Please let's give QS then a comment to be a round of applause. Please let's give him a round of applause. Thank you very much, sir. That was so impactful. I believe majority of us learned that one of the major blow was that you cannot call yourself QS. Even as an NIQS, you have to register by QSRBN. Wow, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Also, I'd like everyone to also drop their social media handles, right, or link to your social media platform so that we are networking beyond this webinar, right? Not only are we knowing our names, the school that we came from, and all of that, but we are actively networking beyond this webinar. Also, we are aware that quite a number of people are trying to join the webinar, but as a result of this space, right, we have a limit of over 100 people, of just 100 people for this call, and that is the reason why so many people are like struggling to enter and all of that. But we are working on that. We're working on how to expand how to get a platform that gives us the opportunity to have more than 100 people on the call. Once again, I would like you to also ensure that you follow NAQSS on LinkedIn and across our social media handles, right? We are active on Instagram, we're active on LinkedIn. We also have a YouTube account where we post webinars, right? Like this, our webinars are recorded and you could get access to them, especially for people who are finding it hard to connect as a result of their network or probably as a result of their phone battery dying during the course of the webinar. Thank you once again, Comrade Toby, for that insightful presentation. Please, I would like us to note our questions. I'm seeing very, very sensitive questions in the chat box, right? And we'll be diving into the question and answer section after our third speaker. So I would like everyone to please note your question. I believe you're taking notes because I'm also taking notes here where I am. Thank you very much once again. But we'd like to recognize some dignitaries. We have people who has really been supportive to the NAQSS, to NAQSS, right, as an association. And we have about 3 people recognized here, and I would like us to, as I'm calling their name, with a warm, right, applause using our clapping emoji, welcome them in our midst. And the first person would be QS Eniamiri Temilatu Demide. Please let us with a resounding applause welcome her here. We also have QS Juliet Asuko in our midst. We also have Comrade Al Mustafa in our midst. Please let us welcome them with a round of applause. Thank you very much for joining us. Yes, and before our third speaker, would like to open the floor to hear from the wealth of wisdom from our very own QS Eniamiri Temilatu Demide. Ma, please, we are on the call. Can you unmute your mic? Would like to hear from you, Ma. Okay. I guess. Okay, so she's probably. Okay, she's probably not in the call. She probably stepped out for a minute. So when she steps back in, we'll be sure to give her the floor to speak because she's currently not on the list here. Okay, so we'll be introducing our next speaker. Yes, our next speaker. And to read the citation of this speaker is our North Central coordinator in person of Comrade Miracle. So please, can you unmute your mic? Please, let's welcome him to resounding applause. Let's welcome him so you can unmute your mic and read the citation. Thank you very much.
All right. Good morning to, afternoon.
Sorry, sorry to interject. Please, because David is on call now.
Yes, hi. Good afternoon,
yes,
everyone.
She's back on the call. Good afternoon, ma'am.
So sorry, Saturdays anyways, we're talking about membership. So coincidentally, when you're in so many membership groups, they tend to have some online meetings, so you have to keep shuttling. But yes, good afternoon, everyone. I'm happy to be here and to speak on this topic because it's something that, I've been talking about and championing for a very long time. And some of the veterans, I like to call them on the call, will know how I always yap around. Are you a member of YQSF? Are you a member of this? What are you doing? Come out, So it's really exciting to see that we're having this kind of conversations, because when you start these conversations early, they tend to go a long way. You never know the impact that you would have created or the small seed that you would have planted into somebody's mind that would assist them in making a very, very impactful decision for them in future. So first of all, I'd like to say kudos to the people that have spoken before now. All your contributions are valid, and I'm very certain that the students on the call are taking notes. I would want to just add a few points to all that have been discussed, starting with the fact that it's important to be a part of something. Even when you come out into the real world, I like to say real world as when you graduate, when you're done with NYSC and you're facing the real world now, and you're confused as to what direction to go to, the safest place to fall back on is a group, a membership, a structured membership, a structured organization. So NIQS is one of them. You can choose to, some of you are already part of your church groups, mosque groups, alumni. Those are organizations that you can fall back on to say, okay, I'm not doing much at the moment, but I can help, put back structure or give back to this organization that has started while I navigate through and see how I can proceed or step into another realm of, my career or my journey. So speaking on NIQS now, I would not reiterate the importance of joining the NIQS from start, because it actually has besides, giving you a structure and giving you real-time information as to how the institute is growing, the importance of the profession, the different dynamics or changes that you would experience in the profession. Besides all of that, it also gives you leverage. And what do I mean by that? At the beginning of this call, I was introduced as the chairperson of the African Association of Quantity Surveyors, Young Quantity Surveyors. So what's that really? So in Africa, you have quantity surveying being practiced in different African countries with regards, let's say, South Africa, Kenya, Ghana, Botswana, Rwanda, Tanzania. So not just in Nigeria, their quantity surveying course is being practiced in all these other countries, and they have institutions and organizations. They've set up these institutions as well. So these bodies have come together and formed the African Association of Quantity Surveyors. So they also have meetings on that level. So now on that level as well, the young ones are now being represented, and that's where I come in. And the reason I'm giving you this short story is I wouldn't have been given this opportunity if I didn't have a track record. And I would say track record from while I was a student. Yes. So one of the benefits of joining the NIQS from start while you're in school is that it gives you presence. It gives you visibility. Yeah. So while you're a student, NIQS recognizes you as a student of the profession. That, okay, we have a student called XYZ who is in XYZ school. So if there's anything that is happening with regards to quantity surveying in your area, because NIQS has your database, you have registered with them, and it's something of advantage that is going to come to students in that area. Guess who they're going to give preference to? They would give preference to the students that are registered with them first, before they even come to like the department and all of that. All these things that the president, there's the president's gift for best graduating students and all of that. Those gifts, yes, your academia will be like a stronghold, but you would gain a lot more if you are already a registered member of the institute. And then there's some grants that normally come in if, like, say for instance, the institute will want to help students in certain geopolitical zones and all of that. Guess who they're going to give preference to first? They're going to give preference to student members that are already registered with them. If there's a course, if there's a workshop or seminar that is ongoing and they say, we're going to give scholarships to 20 students, guess who they're going to give preference to? Can somebody tell me? Of course, the student members that are registered. So yes, it's important to be a registered member of the institute because of all these many reasons that we've been talking about since 11 a.m. that this call started, but also for yourself, for your personal development, for your personal fulfillment, to give you that sense of belonging, that you belong to a great institute that is recognized by the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That's the Quantity Surveying Registration Board of Nigeria. That's on the board level, and then institute comes under the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors. So it's something that you should be proud enough to boast about and talk about. But you can't do that with your full chest. You know how they say it with your full chest. If I can't Google you and see your name on the institute's what do you call that thing, membership list, right? And then even if you go abroad, for instance, and maybe you want to introduce yourself or something, and somebody is trying to doubt your credibility, you can just say, oh, I'm a registered student member of the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors. You can confirm from the institute. You know how sometimes they say letter of reference. So you being a member of the institute, a registered member of the institute with valid dues payments and all of that, that is already like an automatic accreditation for you in some certain instances. So maybe you're looking to get scholarships abroad, or you're looking to get like grant opportunities and all of that. Having that letter of recommendation from the institute is something, and you would be able to get this facilitated very quickly if you are a student member and you've been paying your dues and you've been participating in activities that the institute puts together. So there's so many, in fact, the advantages are out of this world. I mean, while my 400 level, before I got internship, it was because I attended a workshop as a student. I was opportune to meet one of my very great mentors in the industry, QS Akimpelu Adewumi. And I just walked up to him and I was like, oh, sir, I absolutely loved your presentation. And coincidentally, I would want to do something like this in my final year project, and that's diversification of quant surveyors, in the quant surveying profession, the diversification of quant surveyors. And he welcomed me with open arms. I can tell you for free that my project, I did not break his sweat, because he literally took my arms and sat me through the whole process. Now, if I wasn't an active student member and if I wasn't participating and attending workshops and lectures as a student, do you think it would have been easy for me to network and meet somebody as great as that? And then, just have him at my beck and call to assist me with my project? It wouldn't have been, as easy as that. So in addition to all these other things that we've all said, being a student member and being active and participating in activities that the institute organizes as a student member, it gives you leverage to meet with some of these great industry leaders that would assist you and literally hold your hands and open doors for you that you did not even know exist. So sometimes people say, your network is your net worth. But how active are you building your network? How intentional are you building your network? Do you think it's somebody that you met yesterday that would open the doors for you tomorrow? In some cases, if you're lucky, yes. But a lot of times, it's people that you've built relationship with over time, people that you've met and you've sent messages to, greeted them, met with them a few times, had few conversations with them. They know your name from your face. When you send them a message, they can recognize you and and respond to you. When you meet them another time, or you're in a tight spot with regards to something that you feel that they should be able to help you with regards to professional development, and who knows, it could even be personal. I'm not saying go about telling people your personal businesses, but that's how you grow, that's how you groom, and that's how you get mentors that would hold your hand and put you through the rigorous professional journey ahead. Because to stay ahead in the profession, it's all about leverage, it's all about advantage, it's all about how best you're able to impact or implement all that you've learned in school, all that you're going to learn on the streets, really. Because you also have to be street smart, you have to be diplomatic, you have to have a lot of emotional intelligence and all of that. And all those things you don't pick up just for free. Once you become a member of the institute, it gives you a free hand to meeting with all these industry leaders, and you're able to network with them in opportunities that present themselves. Just like how Toby, as he was speaking earlier, he was able to meet QS Babalola, who is the first quantity surveying professor in Africa. Like, people out of the country are paying for her to come and give lectures and all of that. But you get to meet with people like that when you come to workshops, when you come and introduce yourself as a student member. So these are many more, really. I don't want to take a lot more of your time, because I know that the internet has caused a lot of glitch and time is fast spent. But all I'm trying to say here is that there's a lot of leverage. There's a lot of advantage of becoming a student member as early as possible. So if I were you, after this call, if you're not registered yet, reach out to any of the YQSF members on the group, or reach out to your HODs or your class reps and, you know, speak to them about joining student membership. And not just about joining, but also try to be active in your own little space, because you know how they say little drops of water make the mighty ocean. So if you want something to be great, what's the impact that you are doing by yourself to add value to what you are part of? So we all keep saying, what is the institute doing for us? What is the institute doing for us? But what are you doing? What are you doing to help the institute help you? So sometimes, a few weeks ago, there was a town hall meeting where the president addressed registered members. The president addressed fellows of the institute. If you don't know who a fellow is someone that has I think 15 years and above registered, and also has made certain impact in the industry, and you know, and has been conferred with such a high level of recognition in the institute. So there's nothing stopping us from, you know, reaching out to the president and say, sir, it will be really nice to address the students as well, because guess what? We have X number of student members who are a very, very incredible member and part of the institute's body, and it will be nice for us to hear from them. I hear quite a number of students always complaining about, oh, my school wasn't accredited, my school had this issue, my school had that issue, my course is not being this. Guess what? The institute can raise these concerns with the board, the Quantity Surveying Registration Board of Nigeria. They can raise these concerns with the board, and the board will take action immediately. So you as a student, you have no idea the power that you have when you become a registered member. So, or some of these delays about accreditation and all of that, you can make the change. But you're not able to do it now because we don't have the numbers from the students, and we're not hearing from the students as to what your concerns are. You know how they say in politics, where grassroots, reach out to the grassroots and see it. It's also the same thing. If we don't hear directly from the students, there's no way we're able to solve your problems. So if you have issues like that, once you're a registered member, just like what Toby said at the beginning, that once you're registered members, you have some privileges, rights and privileges, but I would want to say more on the privileges. The privilege is that the institute now owes you a duty of care on some certain level. So if you feel this is something that the institute can handle, you can write to the institute through the right channels, through NAQSS, through YQSF, and then they'll get it to the right authority. And you know, it can always be looked into. And among so many other things, quite a number of you reach out for grants sometimes because you want to do XYZ projects and all of that. These are things that to a certain level, the institute can assist with. I mean, I'm not saying, you know, they would always give you money, but they can send you resource persons. They can send people to speak to the students. They can do so many things that you have no idea of. But guess what? If you do not ask, you would never know. So I want to say this today, that take this upon yourself as part of your personal development, as part of your professional journey, to become a registered member of the institute. Because when you do that, you're already putting you're putting a structure to your professional journey ahead, knowing that, okay, I've chosen this path, and whatever happens, I know that I'm in right hands. And if I follow through, I no matter what happens, I definitely will not be lost. Because you find quite a number of students graduating from school, and then they get lost and they just get lost in space because they're struggling as to how to navigate. They don't know what to do or where to go or how to start from, you know, XYZ. But if you're already a student member, it's easy because you've been networking all this while, and then there are people that you can easily just speak with that, oh, sir, please, I'm having XYZ challenge. What do you think I should do? Or I'm looking for internship, so how do I proceed? Or I need somewhere to just get experience for 3 to 5 months. You know, so many things, so many paths. So today I'll request that you take it as a challenge upon yourself to add value to yourself as a student quantity surveyor and become a member of the institute as a student, because the benefits outweigh the shortcomings that you think that you may have. So thank you for the opportunity to speak on this. I'm sorry I've been back and forth. We're hosting some of our guests from across Africa, so we're moving around and trying to make sure that everyone gets in comfortably. So I may be in and out of the call even after this. And that's part of the reasons why I wasn't able to join earlier, because I'm still trying to coordinate some of them that are just coming in from the country. But yes, like I said, kudos to NAQSS, kudos to YQSF for putting this together. And we would like to see more of these programs. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, Ma. Please, can we give her a round of applause? Thank you very much, QSMD. That was so insightful. One major thing I actually took out was that, yes, you are joining, but you need to ensure that you're actually giving back to the institute. Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you. Great. Please, I would also like every one of us to ensure that you are dropping your social media link, especially if you want to connect, right, with other people on the platform. We'll be dropping the social media link of the National Survey student. Can follow us and see more updates from us too. So thank you very much for your patience with us so far. And to all the speakers that have spoken so far, we are so grateful as well. We've really been enjoying your session. So now we're going to be moving to the speaker for today's webinar. And to introduce her to the calling on the North Central Coordinator in person of Comrade Miracle to please read our citation. You can mute your mic and speak, sir.
All right, thank you for this wonderful opportunity. Good afternoon to our senior colleagues, the YQSF incoming president, all senior comrades present, all NAQSS presidents present, and all other officials of the NAQSS body and NIQS body present. Thank you for this opportunity. QS Sarah Moise Benjamin is, Comrade Sarah Moise Benjamin is a quantity surveyor and cost consultant with practical experience in cost planning, project valuation, tender documentation, and contract administration within the construction industry. She holds a BSc in quantity surveying from Joseph Ayo Babalala University and currently practices with Natila Cost Consultant Abuja, where she provides both pre-contract and post-contract services on construction projects. Beyond professional practice, Comrade Sarah is actively engaged in sustainability and industry development initiatives. She contributes to youth mentorship and professional engagement through the Green Building Council Nigeria, where she supports programs focused on sustainable development and capacity building for young professionals. She is passionate about empowering students and young graduates in the built environment by sharing practical knowledge, career guidance, and insights that help them navigate the transition from university to professional practice. Please, with warm and resounding applause through our emojis, let's welcome our one and only Comrade Sarah Moise Benjamin. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. I want everybody to see my face so that you know the comrade that you're talking about. Good afternoon, Nas. Good afternoon, my incoming chair. Good afternoon, Comrade Toby. Good afternoon to everyone, the leaders, our mentors that are on this call. I want to say thank you for coming on board, and I do appreciate Nas for giving me the opportunity to share more light, to give my own little 2 cents to this. And thank you, Kiedenide, for this wonderful remark, and to Abubakar, thank you so much, my capacity leader. I want to say thank you all. Please, Aben, mute your mic, please. Okay. Yes, Aben, please mute your mic. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So I want to add two posts to my citation. I see that you guys skip those two posts because I'm a NAQS. So you people should not skip that post. I was one time the secretary to the electoral committee for NAQS 2024, and also the chairman last year election. So please put that too, so that they'll know that I'm part of NAQS. Thank you so much. So this afternoon, I want to, how will I even start? My Oga has said everything. My boss, everybody has said everything that I want to say. But I will not just leave without saying one or two. So I will just say, I'll just give a brief story about myself as a student and also a practitioner. So that you people will know that, okay, you are not just in a wrong profession. For the first start, I want to say that we are all good. Take it to the bank, take it anywhere. Quantity surveyors are raw gold. Raw gold. So if you are in this position and you are doubting yourself that what am I doing here? I did not choose this course, the course chose me. My dear, thank your God, oh, thank your stars that the course choose you. You have to be thankful and be grateful every day of your life that you choose this course. I will say that I've never one day regret of being a quantity surveyor or being a student of a quantity surveying department. I've never. And it gives me joy that in growing up, I had the privilege. My first mentor was my dad. My dad gave me this platform to showcase myself. Growing up, I was using, I always play with sand, mold buildings with my leg. I'm very playful when it comes to craft. I will do bridges, but I don't know direction. I don't even know that this is the path that I'm going to. Not until when my dad asked me that, okay, Sarah, what do you want to be? I said, I want to be a bank manager. That was my dream, to count money for people, to save money for people. So my dad said, not in this household. My dad still went further to bought a movie called Bank Manager. And my dear, he said, Sarah, sister, come and sit down, let's watch what you want to be when you grow up. I was so excited. But when I finished watching this movie, my countenance changed. He asked again, do you want to be a bank manager? I said, no, daddy. Because in this bank manager, the woman doesn't have time for her family. At the end of the day, she was thrown out of the house. I said, no, this is not what I want for myself. He now asked again, so what do you want? I said, Daddy, I don't know until I grow up. After years, he asked, and I asked him, I said, Daddy, I was very bad. I don't like math. So I was trying to deviate from studying math so that he will not have choice than to push me to art class. So I was doing on purpose very bad on math. So he now told me, Sarah, I said, sir, if you like, get F9 parallel. You see that science class, that is where you are. So when I see that he has made that threat, I don't have choice than to start increasing maths. So I went to meet him and said, Daddy, okay, if somebody do science now, which course do you think that the person can do? He said, he mentioned all the professionals, but he never mentioned quantity surveying. My dad is an engineer, local engineer, but he's very good at that. So one day we were coming back from the farm, I saw a building. So just slope here, I just asked, Daddy, he said, why is this building bending? That was my own initiative. It was like, it's from the foundation. It was not properly done. And I said, okay, and Daddy, who calculate for all these blocks, all these pillars, all these things? Which person? I don't know whether it's Holy Spirit that gave me that intuition that minute. My dad just mentioned quantity surveyor. I was like, wow. It was as if I was waiting for him to make mention of that word, quantity surveyor. I say, that is what I would do. I like the course. Immediately, I just fell in love with quantity surveying. He didn't stop there. He sent me to his boss, who is who is an engineer, a fellow of the Engineering Institute in Beg, Julius Berger. He sent me to him. I called him. I said, "Sir, this is what I want to do." Before then, my dad has already called him that my daughter wants to study quantity surveying. Then the man said, "It's a very good course, and when you study it, the sky is just your starting point." When you hear somebody telling you that kind of thing, you know that this is not just this. You have to put in the work and you have to earn it. So with that, I said, okay, where will I start first? Okay, let me go to Polytechnic. That was where I started. So second year ended, I lost my dad. So everything just kept crushing at once. But I wanted to give up on this course, but I now remember one thing, that this is the person that brought me to this limelight. So why now? If I should give up on QS, that means he's going to be disappointed in me. I mean, pushing myself to do QS make me get closer to him, and it makes me unite. If I'm doing QS, I just know that my dad is always there with me, even though he's not with me physical, but he's always with me. So I started my journey. During the CWS, I was opportune to do waiter, do waiter, no. It was ushering for waxing program. I did my CWS in FCDA. So we had the opportunity to volunteer. So I went there. It was an opportunity that I met the past president, QS RBN, and QS Murtala Aliyu. He's my mentor, my daddy in the profession. So I started with him. After my ending, I called him, "Daddy, please, I want to, I'm done with school." He asked, "Are you done with school?" I said, "Yes." "Okay, that means we need to get you a place for IT." I said, "Okay, sir." So that was how I started. I did my IT with, I had the opportunity to do my IT with the QS Arabian President's office. So after then, the first day I went there, they gave me 3 bedrooms to take off. And this takeoff, I thought it was just normal, our normal takeoff we do in school. So I sharply do, I submit. The first question they asked me was, "How do you pass your measurements?" If anybody should ask you that one, that means you don't have future. Number one, that means you are not good at all and you don't have focus. So when I had that statement, that is why they say communication and how you respond to things matters a lot. That moment was the moment that should have break me, that should have made me to give up on QS. But when I had that, "How do you pass your measurement?" I just took a deep breath. I just relaxed. I said, "Ma, there's many ways to pass measurement too. I do the one I know and I pass. But ma, I want to learn. Teach me. I'm ready to learn, ma." So she said, "Okay, go back and redo the work that you have been doing." So I went back and I started. That was how I gradually learned. From 3 bedroom, 1 floor, till I was done 1 year with IT. From that IT placement, I met my boss, which I'm currently working with now. He's a fellow of the institute, QS NAQSS. He's like my father. Like my daddy just used that one to replace him when he's gone. So he's doing the duty of my father. So after then, he still told me, after my NG, he called me. I was busy doing another job. I was learning fashion design. He called me, "Sarah," I said, "Sir, are you giving up on QS?" I said, "No, sir." So I said, "Okay, sir, when you have job, let me know, I'll come and do." That was how I started. I went back to learn this profession as a whole. I started learning the process of quantity surveying. So 2022, he said, "Sarah, you have learned the practical aspect. Why not go and complete your studies? Because the project you are handling now, it demands that you have your BSc with you." I said, "Okay, let me do HND." He said, "No, I want you to go for BSc." That was how I started. I'm working on supervising a project in Akure Industrial Court, and he said, "Use the opportunity to further." That was how I went to Jabu and I started. So it's a wide range of process. And when coming to the NIQS profession, the chapter, I have to start putting myself in the chapter at the early age. This is my 9th year of serving in NIQS FCT chapter, and I don't regret it for one day. And I even have an award for my volunteer service to the institution. Then when it comes to the students, and I love most so when I see students that are willing, because this our profession is about passion. If you don't have the passion, you can't do it. You don't need to force it. You don't need to force it. It will not come, it will not flow. But once you have the passion for this profession, let me tell you, it will be the easiest thing that you will ever imagine. There's one scenario that happened to me on the project. My first site they gave me, my boss said, go and take a measurement of weak concrete for block work. I was like, how will I start this now? Where will I go to? When I lie down, I just sat down in the site. My head was just full because I was the only one on the site. It's the first site, an hospital project. I've never done it before. I just sat down there. I start having the calculation started coming on its own. Okay, do like this, do like this, do like this, you get it. And immediately my boss called me and said, you have to take this length, take the height, exactly what was coming to my head, and that was what he was saying. I said, well, thank God. That was how I grow up to this position. And even in the chapter, nowhere you mention Sarah Benjamin that they will not recognize me. Nowhere in the institution. And even as I'm in Akure here now, the institute, the NIQS Ondo State chapter, I'm still part of them. Anywhere I go in the world, provided is NIQS, I will always go there to show myself and to volunteer in any way I can, because we are working for the same purpose and the same goal. So anywhere you find yourself, you have to go and show yourself there. Make yourself relevant, add value. We are not just being just quantity surveyors. We are meant to be more digital, more smarter every day. We have to think, we have to be predictive. We have to invest in ourselves, in all the softwares. The employer will not just accept you. Employer will not just accept you without you having something to offer. Commitment. We work in our office for consultancy. Consultancy is a place where you are being drained. Like you don't have time for yourself, but you have to give yourself time limits that you want to invest in yourself. You say, okay, let me give myself 5 years to learn this profession, to invest in this profession. It's not be bad. So you have to learn this process. One of my classmates during the ND, he was done with his NYC. He reached out to me on Facebook that that he wants to work. I asked him one question: what can you offer? He said he can do taking off. I said it's not just taking off. If they leave you on site, can you negotiate? Can you interact with workers? Can you even speak the language of the site? He said, that's what learning is. I said, no, you have to get a mentor. You have to be under someone that will guide you. You cannot do this alone. You can't. He said, okay, what is the next step? I reached out to our chairman then. I said, sir, please, can you help me to guide this person? He said, no problem. And today, he has a template that he has developed for himself and is doing well. So you don't need to just come out and just start. No, there is process. The way the student, graduate, professional, member, register is a process. You can't just jump from student to fellow. No, you will break your leg. So you have to start from process to process. So I don't have much to say. Just what I have to say to you people, that you have to stand up for yourself. You have to be in a body. You have to volunteer. Sometimes I go to meetings and I'll just say that There are students there, but they are just idle, just sitting down, receiving lectures. No, it's beyond that. I can't go to a program and they are doing something. I will not go and find myself busy with them. Ma, what can I do for you? Ma, can I help you to be writing names? Ma, can I help you to be arranging this? Ma, can I arrange the chair? Ma, can I do this? I will make myself useful so that when I want to come and ask you, Ma, I'm having difficulty in this course, or I'm having difficulty with this plan. What can I do? Do not tell me no, I will not help you. You will help me because you know that I have paid my dues. Like Toby has said, we have paid our dues, we have worked ourselves up. Even QS Negatari, we have done so many things as a student, as a profession. We have done, we are giving in our all. So we will not just say it's only us all the time. That is why we need the young ones too to participate, to come. Don't be scared. Nobody's going to bite you, nobody's going to bully you. Come and show yourself, be ready, be open to learn. And I always tell most people that come to me for advice, I say anywhere you are being posted as an NYC member, not now that they have made it easy for IT student and NYC member to have a placement, use the opportunity. You might be posted in the account department. As a QS, look for what you want to do there. As a QS, be relevant in that position. Put yourself as a QS, okay, in the account department as a QS. What is my job? Financial accounts. You are there, you do that in school. If you are pushed to the green building sector, okay, as a QS, what am I to do there? Okay, sustainability. How do I cost for sustainability? Nowhere in this world that they post a QS that is not relevant. Nowhere in the world. Nowhere. Nowhere. Even though they post you in QS shop, you still do QS there. It's money. Provided there is cost. Provided there is cost, you can do everything. And don't be intimidated when you go to site. I had an encounter with some engineers on the road project. I just went to meet there. I said, good afternoon, please. I want to get to experience how road construction is done practically. Then they now asked me, what is your profession? I said, I'm a QS. This engineer said, what has QS got to do on road projects? And I immediately answered him. I said, sir, provided you are using laterites, you need a QS. Provided you are using concrete, you need a QS. Provided you are using a reinforcement, you need a QS. So you need us, provided there is cost. That was how I shut him up. Was like, oh, it's okay, it's fine, you can go, you can go. I said, yes, you don't just come down to QS. We are like God, though. If you don't know it now, put it at the back of your mind, put it at the front that you are a raw gold. Anywhere you go in this world, you are a raw gold, you are an asset. So be proud, raise your shoulder up. Yes, I study quantity surveying, it's not this. Only QS1. This, you'll be doing 9 courses in all the departments. Have you ever seen anybody in final year doing 9 courses? No, it's only QS. You must learn everything, so that when anywhere they throw you to, you will escape it. And in your softwares, pay for your softwares. Don't wait until people pay for you. Pay and learn it. Yes, 28 days, give yourself that time frame to sit down and learn on anything. 28 days, you are done. Buy an iPad for yourself instead of iPhone. Buy iPad so that you'll be writing when you go for an emergency work and you want to do something. You can quickly bring out your iPad. Invest in your things. Invest in your growth. It's very important. And the last thing I would like to say is about LinkedIn. LinkedIn is I don't know how many of you followed me on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a professional platform, and I think Juliet was on call. I have to pay for a training that she did about optimizing your LinkedIn page. And if you go to my LinkedIn page, you see the way it's structured. I pay to learn it. But on this call, for the students that are on this call, if you want me to guide you on how to structure your LinkedIn, I will do it for free. for you people. Those on the call, you can reach out to me on how to structure your LinkedIn, what to post and what not to post. Because it's not just posting. You have to be strategic on what to post. I've gotten a job about 300K on LinkedIn. Yes, on LinkedIn. I got 300K job on LinkedIn. I only made a post. I said, if your project doesn't have a quantity surveyor, when you start losing, don't blame us. So that was the caption I put. I just did, don't blame us. So immediately someone reached out to me, hey, can you be my QS? Can you help me? I said, okay, you have to pay, it's not free. Oh. And that was it. I have so many referrals on LinkedIn. So you can follow me on LinkedIn, you can post. And it's not all about liking. If you see information about quantity surveying from the NIQS, from the YQSF, from the NAQSS, don't like, repost it. Very important, repost it. If you are reposting it, it's going viral to your connections. But if you only like, it stays with you. That means you are being selfish. But if you see a post that concerns your profession, repost it. Very important. Any document that concerns your profession, repost it. That is how we are trying to show the world that this is who we are. Repost it. Very important. So with this few points of mine, I want to read one simple something, then I call it a day. Lamborghini was a tractor company. Samsung was a grocery store. LG was a facial cream. ICA was a pen. What is the lesson? Your current situation does not have to be your last. Stay strong, keep testing, keep getting 1% better, and remember that great things often start from humble beginning. Thank you for listening.
Oh, wow, so sorry. Wow. That was brilliant. Thank you very much, Ma. Thank you. Please let's give Q and Comrade Sarah a round of applause, please. Thank you very much, Ma, for that insightful session. Thank you, Ma. Right. Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you. Wow. That was so brilliant. She kept on mentioning something about ensuring that someone have passion for, be passionate about the course, because you know this course is not a small course. It's going to take you places, and ensure that you develop yourself, have a rich personal brand and all of that, right? So it was quite an insightful session. Thank you very much, Ma. We're so grateful to have you. Great. So we're going to be moving straight into our Q&A session. Yes, I've been seeing some very hot questions in the comment section, and I would like everyone to kindly drop their questions, and would take as many as we can during the course of this section of the webinar. So before, as people are dropping their questions, I'd like to ask someone in the group on the call rather, to raise up your hands and tell us in a minute something that stood out to you in this webinar, something that you are taking home from this webinar. Something that you're taking home from this webinar. So I'm waiting for us to raise up our hands, right? Don't unmute your mic and speak, just raise your hands and I would call you. I'll go first, right? Because I have the privilege of being the moderator. So one major thing I can say that I would really take home from this webinar is, number one, don't be an outlier. Don't stay outside, right? Ensure that you are inside the flow, right? As you are finishing your your paper, right? Ensure that you're a student member. Like from now, just go and take your student membership form. Lucky for me, I got the gospel of this student membership when I was a fresher. So immediately I entered into OAU. They preached the gospel of NIQS student membership to me, and I got my student membership in part 1. so I didn't know the benefits of being it. Right? So I have that one. But one other thing that really that I'm really taking home is that I should ensure that as I'm dropping my last paper pen like this, I'm taking up my logbook and I'm ensuring I'm pursuing that membership, that NIQS membership. I'm not sitting down and also volunteering, actively giving back to the profession. Because there was something that QS Gemla to them, they said. She said that is the more active you are, the more people know you, right? And the more people can help you, right? And QSA also mentioned that you use every platform, right, to your advantage. He was saying what you learn in class, post it on LinkedIn, let people see you. and I can say I've actually enjoyed that too. I was able to really meet major people in the profession through visibility online too. And also people that always say, money, I cannot travel. Where? Online webinars. They are there for you. Online webinars like this, you have to always show up. Let people always see you around, right? Those were major things that I'll be taking home, right? Great. I can see Christopher Mark raising up his hand. So you can unmute your mic and speak. Also, please ensure that you drop your questions in the chat box so that we can take your questions. If you have dropped it earlier during the course of the webinar, you can drop it again so that we can take your questions. Thank you. So Christopher Mark, you can unmute your mic and speak. What's one thing that you're taking home from this webinar?
I have spoken with you, Mr. Moderator. You have pre-said everything now. I was planning on saying activeness, volunteering, active participation.
Wow.
But
That's so nice.
That means we all got the same thing, and that's a good point of view for all of us. So the best thing is, and what I've picked out of this particular webinar and interactive session is, don't waste time. Like me, I'm currently 500 level, but it was just last week that I got my student membership. Though it's not invalid, I'll just build on it. That's for other levels that are coming up and are in this webinar. Try and do the membership, the student membership, which will help you to foster and go ahead so that it be a building block. And then attend programs such as AGM, just as our guests have said, programs that help you to build your professionalism. Then that networking, as you're attending those programs, you'll be meeting people, you'll be interacting with people who will help you to know more and open your mind to more aspects of the profession. So these are basically what I picked up, and I want to encourage all of us to please not do away with what you have learned here, but it should be a building block for those that have not started. For those that are on their way, they should not lose focus and should continue forging ahead. The future is bright. Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much, Christopher. Thank you. So I'll just take one more person because it's just one more person that is raising up their hand. And that will be Agusu Gautier. Sorry if I didn't get your name correctly. You can mute your mic and speak.
Yes, you actually got the name correctly. Thank you.
Wow,
my name is Agusu Gautier, and I'm from Yaba Tech. I'm currently the president of Yaba Tech.
Wow.
So, what I've learned so far is that, especially the last speaker, I believe her name is Comrade Esther Benjamin. Am I correct?
Sarah, actually. Comrade Sarah.
Okay, Sarah. Okay, yes, Sarah Benjamin. I think this is the second time I'm hearing that story, and this is the second time I've, heard her speak. And the story just, it sounds new every time I hear it. One thing I'm definitely taking home is that, to be a great QS, definitely have to start small. And starting small means, taking the next step. Everybody is on a different level in this journey. then just figure out the next step and then take it. No matter what level you are, just take the next step, and I'm taking that one for sure. Thank you very much. This has been a privilege to be part of this. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Yabate, President. We're glad to have you with us in this webinar. Great. So we have some questions in the chat box, right? From Legacy Digital Consults. We have, please, if your university is accredited, is there still need for you to get a membership form? And I would like to direct that question to QS, to Comrade Toby. Yes, sir. Can you answer that question? We also have, can you register the student membership once you start school? I mean, 100 level.
So, thank you very much for that question. Yes, the answer is yes, provided you have your admission letter from your from either JAMB or from your university or polytechnic. I understand that aside JAMB giving you admission, even university or polytechnic or the institution itself still offer their own admission letter. So yes, those documents form part of the registration requirements that you need to submit. They just want to know that yes, you are a quantity surveying student of an institution. That is why you are submitting that document. And of course, your O level, you must have physics. Physics is a requirement. And yes, it may be in one sitting you did not have physics, and the other sitting you have physics. Yes, you can apply. Of course, I doubt maybe you will even be admitted to study quantity surveying when you do not have physics. Is there anybody of such? Well, I don't know, but so physics is a requirement. Ensure you have your physics, English, mathematics, chemistry optionally, but compulsorily you must have physics. And then you attach your admission letter. Then the evidence of payment is 3,000 naira to NIQS. Please, you are not paying to anybody, you are paying to the account of NIQS. Ensure that it reads NIQS name. Sometimes the account number may read in short form. You understand? It may not be fully spelled. So it is still NIQS. So please ensure it is paid to the institute account. And most often I've heard students say, okay, I've registered, how do I submit? Please, if you know you are in a faraway place and you are looking for how to submit it easily, please do not hesitate to reach out to some of us that have just spoken today. We'll take it up further from there. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much, sir. We also have, okay, yes, I believe your response has also covered this question that says, I'm unable to make payment on NIQS portal as a student. So please just reach out, right? Reach out to
Okay, sorry, let me address that, Comrade Oluwatosin, quickly. Okay. So the thing is this, unfortunately, as at today, student membership, student members of NIQS do not have a membership portal, unfortunately. Personally, during the tenure of the then President QS Kene Nzekwe, I personally told him some of these issues that students, for the fact that they are financial members, in this context now, financial members means that you are paying your dues to NIQS. It is not, to me, bad, because some of us, we came from the grassroots of NAQSS. So if we are in YQSF today and we cannot fight or speak on your behalf, then I think we are not doing justice to being your advocates or ambassadors. So I told him that, sir, during their constitutional review that time, I'm sure you saw some circulars sometimes, maybe last year or thereabout, that they want to review the constitution of NIQS. And I told him that even the students need to be captured. Some of us or some of them are financial members, they are paying their dues 2,000 naira yearly, and what is their own stake? When they want to upgrade from students to probationers, they do not necessarily have to still carry their form and be submitting up and down when you have their data in your database. So I reached out to him and included that they should look inward, whereby there can be a seamless transition from student membership to probational member. Instead of, imagine you are an existing student member, you are now going to be submitting another form, O-level, statement of results, what and what again to NIQS. Instead of maybe once you are done with your student as a student, or you have graduated, you just probably need to upload your statement of results or maybe NYSC to the portal, and that is all. Then they will now approve it, maybe subject to when they are doing their committee review and all of those things. Those are ways that I think NIQS can be innovative, but we are not yet there as of today for the students. Unfortunately, it is still the probationers, technicians, and corporate members and fellows that have the portal. Even the probationers, they do not have a permanent password to their portal. So every time they want to log in, they will still request for password. So it's still something that needs to be done. So I also encourage students, when you attend conferences, you can table discussions like this to them. It is easier for you to speak from the perspective that is affecting you than some of us that we are no longer in NAQSS. So they will now be telling us, are you a NAQSS member? You understand? So we expect students that come for conference. It's not just about networking. Yes, it is good, but are you also asking them the critical question? Because you have a stake in this profession, you have a stake in this institute called NIQS. As far as they are paying your dues promptly and every year, you have a stake in NIQS, and it also belongs to you. We are part and parcel of it. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. We have a stake. We have stake. So we have to be awakened as students. We are awakened to who you are in this profession. Great, sweet. Okay, so we have another question here. This is actually a legit issue because I also have the issue. It's from Theophilus, right? It says, I'm a registered member, student member of NIQS. I receive emails from NIQS, but now I'm no longer receiving emails from them again. So how can we go about it? Me too, I also have that issue. I think I raised it some time ago, and they said they were going to update the email, but I still do not receive emails from them. And last I checked, I believe those emails that they sent actually contain information that are very, very much needed as student members. So that's a question. We also have another one here that says, yes, we have this question a lot. I'm currently a graduate, but not yet a student member. I was not a student member. How can I become a member of NIQS, having not been a student member when I was a student? So we have that. Yes, Ibrahim. Yes, Ibrahim, please can you mute your mic? And the last question, Ibrahim, please can you, thank you very much. The last question that will be taken will be, someone says, how can we join this local chapter of NIQS? I don't know if QS Amit Abubakar is still on the call. If you could please answer these questions.
Yeah, I'm very much active.
Yes, thank you very much, sir.
I will take the questions one at a time. So what is the first question?
Yes, the first question is the person is, we've not been able to receive emails anymore from NIQS. And we're wondering what can be done as regards that.
Okay. Let me say this. One, there are communications that are being sent to members that I think students are not supposed to receive those communications. For example, something that has to do with elections, nominations, and what have you. And most of the communications that are being sent, I think, is for corporate members and probationers. So not all correspondences are for students. This is one. And two, I think there's currently a maintenance that is ongoing on the NIQS website. So maybe that is also another reason why you will miss out. But I'm sure they still have your details. Your record is still there. And if there are any communications that you are supposed to be informed as a student, I think the institute will copy you.
Okay, sir. So, thank you very much, sir. Don't say lie any. Please, can you mute your mic?
So once she hears something's happening and she realizes, oh, I can do it, okay, I can. Don't consider
Okay.
her time.
Okay, the next question says, okay, this person, Ibrahim Isaac is Yako. Please, can you reach out to QSW regarding your question? Right. He says he needs exact steps that I could take to progress into full membership that is currently at the professional stage. Right. So we're going to be taking another question, which is for graduates, people who just graduated or were not student members. How do they become members of the institute? Yes, sir.
Okay.
QS Abubakar, yes, sir.
Okay, I think for the graduate QS, what you are supposed to do is to pick up the probationer form. You fill in the probationer form. It's very straightforward. Complete your application, get your referees to endorse your certificates, and then you submit to the institute. So you will get notified after the membership committee have screened your application and ensure that it's intact. So I think from there, you get notified and you can start your professional work experience logbook and diary session. So if you are a QS graduate who was never a student member, of course, you can become a probational member. What you need to do is to pick up the probational application form, fill it, and then submit to the institute. You get notified and your process starts immediately. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, sir. The last question that will be directed to you, sir, is from Yusuf Akonji Ibrahim. He says, how can we join the Young QS Forum? And he also asks about the AI taking off that you mentioned during your presentation, that how can they learn it?
Okay, thank you very much. Your first question, how can we join the Young QS Forum? You are already a member because the membership of the Young QS Forum is professionals, young professionals and students that are within the age bracket of 18 to 35. So whether you're a student, whether you're a probationer, whether you're a graduate, QS, and you fall within this age brackets, automatically you are a member. So what is left for you is to identify the coordination that is within your region and your states. You go in there, you participate when they are organizing their activities. When there's any expression of interest to volunteer for the forum, you pick an interest, you volunteer, and then you can serve and also become the chairman one day. So you're already a member. You don't need any process to apply or join. Once you fall within the age bracket, you are a member of the NQS Forum. Thank you. Yes. So your second question is, how can we learn this AI takeoff? Okay. The major AI was an invention from a young QS, Anthony Nwafo, and I believe at the forums level, we are coming up with a BIM training, and a major AI is part of what we are going to, teach you guys. So just stay in touch with the community, and then when it's time for the workshop, it's going to be virtual, So before we are thinking of doing it at each geopolitical zones, we'll pick the 6 geopolitical zones. We are going to make it physical because I discovered lately that it is difficult for people to learn all these software trainings virtually. Some find it difficult to, catch up. So I think we are going to do physical trainings at the 6 geopolitical zones. So we are going to pick any of those universities who collaborate with NAQSS, and then if you happen to be, if it happens to fall within your zone, I think you can take your time to join the training. The training is not going. The training is not going to be aimed at revenue generation. So it's going to be a token. The most important thing is just for you to go in there and learn. So we'll make sure that we'll bring it to your tabs. And also for those that will not be opportune to join us physically at the venue, we are going to broadcast this live. So you can join. You can either join physically or you can join virtually. So we'll do that and we'll bring that to you. Thank you. And you said in some cases that we are unable to attend the program that you paid for. The program is your point. Yes, yes. Your point is still yours, but you should pay to attend the program, not just to get the points, but also to get to gain the knowledge. So it is very discouraging. I would discourage you to pay for the points because the CPD points doesn't add anything to you if you don't get the knowledge. Don't forget, the CPD point doesn't qualify you alone. You would be interviewed. You have to profess your competence. So yes, you can pay, but if you won't be able to join in physically, you should join virtually. Very important. And also you said, how can we join this local chapter of NIQS? Okay, you can join local chapter of NIQS through YQSF. Yes, if you are a student, I think the body you liaise with is Young QS Forum. Once you become a graduate, then you can get in touch with your state chapter. But for now, I think you should first of all identify with YQSF in your state, which is your first point of contact. Then as time goes on, when you become a graduate QS, you can now partake. But that doesn't stop you from attending your chapter activities. Once there are any chapter activities, YQSF will mobilize young members, which students are part of, to also join and learn. So thank you. I think I have answered your 4 questions. Okay, somebody asked, how can I get the probational form? Okay, the probational form is on the website. It's on the NIQS website. So you can go in there and you download it, fill it, and you can upgrade. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. So all questions has been answered. Okay, new questions are coming in. Okay. Okay, yes, I believe all questions has been answered. Thank you very much, sir, for answering our questions. Please, I would like us to, with a round of applause.
Sorry, Comrade Tosin, let me just add this before we close the curtain. Draw the curtain rather. So some of the common mistakes we do when we register or submit our form is that, can you all hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay, some of the common mistake is, please, whenever you are filling your form, ensure that your email address is typed correctly or is visible enough, because sometimes our handwriting it can be mistaken to be something else. So most often time, if NIQS release successful applicants membership number, some persons will say they didn't get the mail. So what happens, according to my own observation and theirs, is that at the point of you typing your email address, it's either it's not correctly typed. Sometimes maybe your O can be mistaken to be 0. Sometimes there are so many common mistakes in that regard. So please, if you are writing your email address during the application, make sure that it's something that can be easily visible, not just you lump everything together. All right, thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for that. Please ensure that as you're filling the form, right, your hands is legible enough your hand is legible, your handwriting is legible enough. Thank you. So I would like to also invite every single person on this platform, right, to our upcoming webinar tomorrow, which is going to be held tomorrow. I mean next week, Saturday, right? Today's session has really shown us how we need to be intentional about our growth as quantity surveyors, right? Which is very, very important. And that's exactly what our next webinar is designed to. It's designed to take us even deeper into the conversations that we've started today, right? And the theme for this webinar is the Global Quantity Surveying Students. And this is how Nigeria quantity surveying students can position for international opportunities, right? We'll be having seasoned speakers, especially somebody who is interested in applying for international opportunities, right? To international universities for further studies, right? How can you still be affiliated with NIQS while still being abroad, right? How you can also mix with other organizations, right? While, yes, we need to be members of the NIQS as quantity surveying students in Nigeria, there are also other international bodies that we could get and we need to get affiliated with. So we'd like to crave your indulgence to ensure that you attend the webinar next week, which is April 4th. The designs will be going around, right? So I'd like us to register. And now we'll be moving on to the vote of thanks. But before we do that, I would like every single one of us to appreciate every single one of our speakers, right? To really appreciate them. They've done quite an amazing job to dissecting how we could navigate the NIQS membership route. And I believe every single person here is gingered to take that form, right? We have people on my university page already feeling that, okay, I want to be a student member. So please ensure that you reach out to your local chapter president, right? And ensure that you let them know that you are interested in being a student member. Okay, I can see here that a question has not been answered. What question is that has not been answered, please? And yes, I can see that QS Amit Abaka is raising up his hand. Sir, would you like to say something, sir?
Oh, yes, of course. I want
Yes,
to
sir.
say something. I want to appreciate you guys for this session, and it would be somehow if I appreciate you without giving you something. I'm going to ask a question, and the first two people that answer the question, I'll pick one male, one female, will get free student membership. So I'll ask this question, and the chat box is there for you to answer. The first two people that answered correctly, I would give them free student membership registration if they don't have. So the question is, can you itemize, can you list the pathways, the steps in your pathway to becoming a member of NIQS? What are the steps in your pathway to becoming a member? Just itemize them. Stage this, stage that, this exams, that exams, and induction. So the first two, I'll pick one male, one female.
Sir, repeat the question. Sir?
Okay, I have Christopher Mark.
So, sir, repeat the question.
Okay, the question is, what are the steps in your pathway to becoming a member of the Institute?
I think we have 2 people already.
Okay. I have Janet. I'm picking 1 male, 1 female. I have Janet. Pick a form. Oh. Yes, of course, Janet. I have Janet. But I think Mark said is that he's already a registered student, right? The 500 level student. If I get it right, because I was following all your.
Yes, sir. I'm already a student, sir. Member.
Registered student member, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then we give it to Mubarak Olamide and Janet Ajayi. Congratulations to you guys.
Congratulations. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Congratulations to Janet Ajayi and Mubarak Olamide. Thank you so much, sir, for choosing to grace us with this.
Yes, so you guys can go ahead, get the membership form for the students, fill it, and submit it to NAQSS. NAQSS should get it across to me. We'll do the payment, and you can get notified once your membership is approved. Thank you.
To add to that, the last person that just dropped, Joseph, I'll pay for your membership. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you very much to our speakers. Please let us appreciate our speakers. They still spend money on us on top. Let's appreciate them, please. Thank you very much, Kira Baka. Thank you, Kira Sarah. Comrade Sarah. Really, we are so grateful. So I believe all questions have been answered. Right. Somebody was saying that their question has not been answered. It says, where are we to submit the form? You can reach out to your local chapter president, right? The NAQSS president of your school, so that they can send it across to your HOD to sign it.
Okay, I think on the issues of submissions and all that, to facilitate that, that is the reason why we're introducing the YQS Ambassadors Network in your various higher institutions. So once we induct them, I think if there's any assistance, they can serve as a bridge. So once you fill your forms, you can submit to them. If it has been endorsed by your department, they take it up with us, and we can facilitate your membership submission. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. So we have Omeke Tochuku. He says he has a question. Can you unmute your mic and just ask your question, because I'm trying to find your question.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm sure everybody's listening to me.
Yes,
please, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Yes, we are.
All right.
Yes, we
first
can.
of all, I want to say a very big thank you to the organizers, to the speakers, and everyone that made out his time to be here. Honestly, it's a very, I learned a lot today. So God bless you all. So I want to make it very snappy. Please, this question has been bothering me for a very long time, and I have asked it on so many occasions, but I haven't received an answer yet. Hopefully today I will receive the answer. So it's concerning the requirements for the form of probationer. So while I was navigating through the requirements, specifically the SSCE requirements, physics, maths, and English were mandatory, and then 2 other science courses. But the problem I have is that apart from English, physics, and maths, I passed chemistry, but the only other science course I wrote is biology, and I did not pass biology. So my question is, will it hinder me from picking up the probational form, or can I still be approved to become a probationer when I must have applied? This is just my question, please. Thank you.
Okay, Toby, can you answer that?
So you now having biology is not an issue, but provided you have physics, trust me, your application will be attended to.
Thank you so
So
much.
the minimum requirement again, have your English and maths, chemistry if it's there, physics or economics. I think those are fine with you. You just need 5. So physics is not biology is not an issue, but have your physics or chemistry or economics.
Okay, please don't be offended. Though. I want to further clarify something here. I did not write any other science subject aside biology and chemistry. So that biology is where I'm having issue. And I did not write NAQSS nor GCE because then I never knew biology has anything to do with quantity surveying. So if not, I would have maybe sit for another exam to support it. So that is the challenge. I did not write economics, agri, nor technical drawing or geography.
Okay, I think your case is special. What I can say is we have to also refer this to the membership committee of the institute to see if there's a way we can get the better response from there. So I think you can get in touch with the leadership of NAQSS. You can forward your complaints. We can facilitate that. Yes, Toby. Let's see how we can support him.
All right.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
To add to this, I would just advise before you apply, you can still write GCE, because then I was having issue with maths and I have to write back the exam, which I have my maths. I have 2 sittings. So you can just take it upon yourself. If there is any exam that is going on, you can quickly enroll to get the full subject without even going all through this trial, because they will still tell you to go and write your WAEC or NECO to get it. So it's better you just go and enroll for any exam before you go, because that is what they will still tell you. So just go and enroll for any exam that you want to write that has the complete 5 subjects that is needed for quantity surveying. That would be more better for you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. I believe your question has been answered now. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. So, now to the vote of thanks. On behalf of the organizing team, I would like to sincerely appreciate everyone who made this webinar a success. To our distinguished speakers, thank you for taking us on such an insightful journey from student life to how to become an industry-ready quantity surveyors. And you've given us a clearer vision of what lies ahead and how to position ourselves for it. So to our host, thank you for steering this session with excellence and ensuring a smooth and engaging experience for us all. And to every single member, every single person that attended this webinar, we are truly grateful for your contribution and for joining us, for showing up with intention. Your presence really reflects a commitment to growth, and it really shows that we are emerging quantity surveying students that is ready to take this profession to the next level. And to my fellow organizers, thank you for your dedication, your collaboration, the work behind the scenes that made today very possible.
Thank you.
Very
We
much.
really appreciate with your effort.
Yes, ma'am. So we look forward to seeing you at our next webinar, which is next week, Saturday.
Next week, Saturday.
Yes, ma'am.
By which time?
Yes, by 11 a.m.
By 11 a.m.
Yes.
Okay, no problem.
Yes, thank you very much. Do have a lovely day. Before we go, I would like to call on the Southeast coordinator to give us a closing prayer. Southeast coordinator, you can unmute your mic and speak.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, hello.
Hello, sir. Hello, everyone. Hello, sir. Can we have our prayers now?
You. Yes, we
Can you
can.
Okay. Heavenly Father, we thank you for bringing us together today. Thank you for the idea shared, the wisdom gained,
and the unity we have experienced together. As we come together at the end of this meeting, we ask for your guidance in all that we have discussed. Help us to put our plans in action and clarity, purpose, and intelligence. Let everything we be, let everything we do bring positive impact and reflect in your will. Go with us as we leave this place. Keep us safe and bless our family and strengthen us for the tasks ahead. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen. Thank
Amen.
you all. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
We meet next week by God's grace. Thank you all.